Guys, okay, so this is actually a couple of days after the shopping video, but I'm still gonna do a haul for you guys anyway, just because I can. So, the first place that we actually went to is Wonder Books and Video. It's a little spot that's like about an hour away from my town, so we went ahead and hit there. That place is always super cheap. I love it, and I mean, you can get a hardback book for $2. I mean, really. So I got 3 books there, and I only spent, I think, like $12, if that. So we'll go ahead and get started. So the first book I picked up is Fallen by Lauren Kate. This is actually something that I've been bugged to read for years. I never really wanted to read it, just because the times that I was actually asked to read it was when I really wasn't a reader, for lack of a better term. So yeah, this is basically about a girl that just is super drawn to a guy named Daniel, and he just seems to be hiding something, and she'll do whatever she can to find that out, even if it, quote, kills her. So I found that kind of intriguing, and I'm really excited to give this a try. The next book I picked up is a more recent book, and that is Kiss of a Deception by Mary, how do you say that? Mary Pearson. So this actually was super interesting to me because I was actually watching another booktuber's recommendation list for fantasy, and this popped up. So I found it super interesting. It's basically this girl is set off to go get married, and she basically says, screw that, and runs off. And her own family sends assassins to try and kill her. So, I found it super interesting. Not only that, but I actually have a coworker that really is super harsh with YA books, and she rated this a 5-star. So I asked her to borrow it, and then I bought my own copy in hardback, which only cost $2.95. So you cannot beat that. Okay, next one I picked up is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I have been recommended this book multiple times. I've honestly never read it in my life. Again, this was during a time when I was not a reader. So Daughter of Smoke and Bone is actually about a girl named Kaoru. I'm sorry if I butcher that, but it's about a girl named Kaoru who is an art student and draws monsters, which may or may not be real. So she is on a journey to find herself and also go through some crazy adventures. Now, I know this book was published way back in, I think, 2011 or so, but again, at the time I really just wasn't a reader. I was a sophomore in high school, and the most I read was Twilight. So yeah, this was something that was recommended to me a bunch, and I just wanted to pick it up because apparently it's incredible, and I'm down for that, honestly. So the next place that I went to is Second and Charles. Again, that's another store that is about an hour away from where I live, and I always love going there just because it has a ton of YA. Like I said, I am the YA girl, and he is the horror guy, so. And I picked up The Merciless by Daniel Vega. This is actually about a girl that tries to befriend the popular girls and help them out with their ventures, I guess you could say. And it turns out that they are kind of a cult and capture another girl and torture her in their basement. So I really thought it was interesting, especially because the cover was pink and we have this on the front, and in the back it says, "Forgive us, Father, for we have sinned." So I thought it was super cool. Kind of has like a horror vibe to it. So yeah, I wanted to give it a go. The next thing that I picked up from Second and Charles was So Witched by Amanda Hawking. This was another recommendation. This was really a recommendation trip, you guys. And yeah, so this was also recommended by that girl that is super harsh on YA, but for some reason this got a 5-star, and I'm really interested in this series. It is about a girl that was convinced that a monster tried to kill her. Of course, she doesn't believe it, but then she finds out that it might actually be a thing. And yeah, so I don't know too much about this, but I'm definitely gonna give it a try. So yeah, I don't know much about it, but we'll try it. So the next one that I picked up is Haunting Violet by Alexandra Harvey. Now this one caught my eye. I was actually on Goodreads, just kind of scrolling through, looking to see like what there is, and honestly, it seemed really interesting and perfect for October. So it's basically about this girl that she doesn't really believe in ghosts at all, but apparently they believe in her. So she starts actually seeing things and seeing the dead, and this is just something that I thought was, again, perfect for October. So definitely on my October TBR. So a Forgotten Wonder Books pickup, I picked up Miss Peregrine's School for Peculiar Children, and a lot of you guys probably know this one. I actually watch Jesse the Reader a lot, and I know that this is his favorite book, so I definitely wanted to pick it up because, well, I've never read it. This is a theme. Anyhow, this is about a boy that actually discovers an island where an abandoned orphanage is, and he finds, of course, Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children School. I can't talk. Anyway, he finds the school and actually learns that it is just that, peculiar, and it may actually even be dangerous. So I picked it up solely just because, you know, it's loved so well, and honestly, the synopsis sounds really pretty good. So I'm excited to read it, especially the fact that it has pictures inside. I, as you guys know, am a photographer myself, so I can appreciate a good photo for sure. Not from the shopping blog, but I just wanted to feature this anyway. I picked up Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendar Blake. This is actually set in a world where ghosts tend to walk with the living, and you can see said ghosts. At least that's what the synopsis reads. And it's about a boy that is a ghost hunter, and he has to try and kill a ghost that will pretty much kill anybody that steps foot in this abandoned house. But for some reason, she lets him live. That sounded really interesting. Now, I love Kendar Blake. I really adore Three Dark Crowns by her, so I really think that this is going to be a good one. And again, another 5-star book from a big YA critic where I work, so I had to pick this up. Plus, it's perfect for spooky season. I mean, can you really? And just another little feature that I didn't buy myself, but I had it picked up for me, but I will be reading in October, is Stalking Jack the Ripper. So I'm so excited. Sorry, I'll stop. I'm so excited to read this just because Jack the Ripper is super interesting, number one, and number two, the title alone, Stalking Jack the Ripper, just sounded crazy. And especially to find that it's a teenage girl that's working during the time of when these murders are happening, and she is actually, you know, doing forensic work during this time. I am a sucker for historical fiction, so this is definitely up my alley and perfect for October. So that about sums it up. I got a total of 7 books from Wonder Books and Video and Second and Charles, and I can't wait to start reading them. If you guys have any recommendations, definitely leave them in the comments below. yeah, so let me guys know if you actually like this vlog style, because right now it's kind of what I'm most comfortable with, and I don't have a tripod and I don't have lights yet. So yeah, we're gonna kind of be doing this for a little while. So quality is gonna be potato quality for a little bit, but I promise I have a legit camera and I am a real photographer. I swear. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. These are really heavy.